in the club, they getting wild for me. And all the pretty chicks all wanna smile at me. These rap cats, man, they all got this style for me. And if I ever see them, man, they probably bow to me. And when this beat drop, I know they gon' lean. World debut, I know they gon' fiend. Everything Mississippi to the Palm Springs.
We're back, season 2, Laces Out podcast. And I think this is year 5 of the league. I think we've had previous winners. We got Jim, who's a previous winner, myself, previous winner, Nick, previous winner, and Mark won last year. Congratulations to all the champions. I feel good that I'm on there. You know, I'm winning the league.
Wait, so no two-time champions?
No two-time champions. No two-time champions.
Oh, nice. All right, I'll change that this year.
Oh wow! Already getting to it.
I like it.
Hold on. Jim, don't you pick 12?
I do. That's great. I got the turnaround pick. I get two consecutive picks right away.
2 for 1.
Yeah,
bro.
but that time in between you're gonna see a lot of people go.
Don't worry. I've seen this league. Some idiot's gonna pick Kelsey like 3rd, and like
wow.
Somebody's gonna draft Mahomes in like 11.
we haven't even gotten to that yet. I just want to say welcome back, everybody. You are much appreciated. Thank you, everybody, for returning. You guys make the league. I appreciate you guys, and welcome back to the podcast. There's no rule changes this year. I'm gonna keep the same rules. Nothing really crazy. The only difference is we do our themes. This year's 80 songs. I've seen some of the names. As you can see, Jim got his name already. I got my name already.
I can't use my name because it's my job. I don't want to get fired and shit. But I'm Calvin and the Chipmunks. The best name this season. I need my award, bro. I need my award.
Yeah, chill. My name is Poppin', bro.
It's Poppin', but I'm black. I need a win.
Plus, I got like 8 other names.
And just don't tell the other dude. We good.
I see some interesting names as usual. We always got that one person who has a very interesting name.
You're not gonna name no name.
Get into that right now.
Not today.
We're gonna chill.
We'll make fun of it whenever we invite them on the show.
We gotta do the Blue Ivy.
Right.
We gotta relax.
What else is it that we wanted to talk about?
Like the draft is tomorrow, bro.
Like the draft is
tomorrow. Make sure to get your mocks in and all that stuff.
Oh, fantasy dues. So the dues, they're pretty much due. I'm still waiting for 3 people. 2 of them are on here.
Jerry? Yeah, what can I do for you, Rod? You just tell me, what can I do for you?
It's a very personal, very important thing. Hell, it's a family motto. Are you ready, Jerry?
I'm ready.
Just want to make sure you're ready, brother. Here it is. Show me the money.
You know what? I didn't even know you were collecting them yet. You know I'm always like the earliest one to
on the
pay
real,
too.
fuck that nigga, all right? He gonna get his money when he get it. Can we do a payment arrangement like T-Mobile? That's what I need, all right? I'm gonna give you $20 a month for the rest of the fucking year, bro. How about that?
I mean,
3 people are left, and 2 of them are here.
I mean, realistically though, like, why should I pay if the money's just coming right back into my PayPal?
Oh, you know what? So sorry, I can't relate. I'm a loser. I
gotta be real honest with you guys.
I can't relate.
I'm a little surprised that one person who hasn't paid because they're usually the first person to pay. And
you talking about you, Jim? Because you white.
Yeah, no. Listen, I'm usually the first person to pay, and I completely forgot, and I didn't even like think about it, and I figured at some point like Lau would just be like, oh, I'm collecting dues, and then I could just send it to him.
It's all good. It's all good. But anyway,
you'll have it at the end of the show.
All right, cool.
Yeah,
cool. So
not me. You gonna have it sometime.
Zell?
Zell. It doesn't matter.
Do you take EBT and MetroCard and shit? You take the what is it? Omni? You take Omni, nigga?
All right. So let's get into a little draft preview. You know what I'm saying? Me and Reg just had an interesting conversation about the number 1 pick. I have the number 1 pick in his league. And we had an off chat discussion about the number one pick, and I was telling him like, yo, if I get a chance to pick first, and I might take CMC, and he's like, CMC, you got Jefferson, you got Chase, to pick above that. I'm like, but there's no running backs. Once you get past that, like top tier running backs, it's hard to get a running back, a successful and tested running back. What do you think, Jim?
I sort of agree and I sort of don't agree because I mean when you have somebody who gets the sheer volume that Jefferson's been getting, especially in a full point PPR league, like it can be invaluable. And I mean, without getting too statistical, like in the first like preview episode of stuff, like if you think that Elijah Mitchell and like other people are going to be healthy, during the season with CMC, his numbers dropped like significantly, points per game fantasy wise when Mitchell was playing with him because they were splitting it. So like his carries per game was like only like a little over 10, and then like everything was in the passing game, which I mean is good in a PPR league, but like you don't know what kind of production you're going to get from him. And I think Jefferson, he's going to get, even though he disappeared a little bit last year for like a section of the year.
He disappears a lot though. That's my issue.
Yeah. I mean, everybody's going after him now. He wants to be the best, and it's going after him. I mean, honestly, you can't go wrong with either dude, but like,
Mhm.
it's just I don't know. I feel like Jefferson is just I had the first pick in a draft yesterday, and I picked Jefferson.
Right, right.
So I mean, I can see people picking CMC, especially with the whole running back thing, but I think there's more running backs than people realize out there too that are going to be
So here was
serviceable.
my argument. Here was my argument. There's more wide receivers
Yeah,
in this draft class, well, this draft period, than there are running backs. Especially like you can get a decent wide receiver in like the fifth round. You really
yeah,
can. Here's
yeah.
another
But
counter argument that I wanted to bring up. So you picked Jefferson, right? They lost Dalvin Cook. You're basically saying, or they're basically saying, like, are we gonna have to throw the ball more? Because they don't
Nah,
have Dalvin anymore.
but Madison is that dude because
Is he though? Is
no,
he?
this is the problem, and
Is he though?
this is why running backs not getting paid because the problem with the league is they believe okay,
Plug and
quarterback.
play.
Yeah, exactly. So quarterback is coveted, left
Right.
tackle,
Yes.
what is it, defensive end, and like
Corner.
corner or safety.
Right.
But the running back
Mm-hmm.
is like, oh, we could go to the high school and pick this dude up and just put him in. It works, but it doesn't. Like
Right.
it works. Okay, everyone knows I'm a 49er fan. It works
yeah,
for the 49ers because of our system. But at
Right.
some point, you have to be a guy. Like you have to be a horse. It's disrespectful to just say, you know what, we could pick up somebody from the 19th round and just put him in because he's gonna do
Mhm.
work. No, it's disrespectful. But to Lau's point, he's right. There's like 20 to 25 receivers that are capable. Honestly, in the league now, there may be 6, maybe.
Right.
Because back in the day, ain't no Barry Fosters, ain't no Emmets, ain't no Walter
no,
Paytons, ain't no,
Right.
whatever. They're not like, yo,
Todd
if
Gurley's, if you want to get a little
for
bit newer.
real. Exactly what I'm
Right.
saying. Like, so you make a point, like it's a slippery slope. So
Yep.
like I was in a league last year. I picked up Jonathan Taylor first overall. I finished last. Like it's funny. But
yeah,
but to Jim's point, if you pay attention, it's definitely committee. And when we say committee, it's 2 backs, maybe a
Right.
third. Like this dude's getting mad hype right now. Gibbs from
yeah.
Detroit. I may pick him up. Here's what's happened. I may be next year talking about, damn, fuck Gibbs. Like you don't know.
Mm-hmm.
So like the running back, you know what it's like? It's like a very expensive restaurant. Like if you get in, you good. But
Yeah.
if you get that wrong person, like if you get the sub, it's not gonna work, man. So
I'll just say this. I know there's always arguments about everything, but like there's elite people at every position, quarterback,
yes,
running back, receiver,
you
tight end,
just got to
right?
do your research,
And
yo.
you're not getting unless you get lucky with some guy who blows up like late in the draft, like you're probably not getting an elite guy at every position. So usually when you look at somebody's team after it's all made up, they have that one player that they touted and whatever. So like when people argue, like when late in the first or early in the second round, somebody takes like Pat Mahomes or like Jalen Hurts or whatever, like you make fun of these dudes, and then like the next thing you know, when come playoff time, they basically held their team down the whole year. And quarterbacks like they score the most points usually in the league overall, like on average, even like
Right.
a regular quarter. So it's like okay, like I mean, if you have a plan and you're okay with who you're picking up, because like I know Reg likes consistency. So like he may want the like one big player here or there for something, but like he's perfectly fine picking up somebody in like the seventh or eighth round, running back or receiver wise, that's just going to get him a
If
solid
you
amount
give
of
me
points every
10,
week.
11 points, I'm good. Those 10, 11 points every week works for me. What doesn't work for me is like you give me 25 today and next week, that's great. The next 2 weeks, you give me 5. That don't work, bro. I'm cheap.
So yeah,
Everybody
all
know
right.
that.
So that I'm glad Reg brought that up, and so you did. So we're talking about like roster construction. Um, basically, I think I try to have a couple of players boom or bust, that can go off, what I'm saying, drop 30, and then next couple of weeks, like drop 2, like Mike Williams. He's a boom
Yeah.
or
Yo,
bust
I
type of
love him, but I
player.
don't. He's a very good receiver, but
Yeah,
like a couple of weeks, he'll save you. He'll save you for 2 weeks. The next
right.
2 weeks, Keenan Allen going off.
Yeah. I mean, it all depends on how you structure your team and how you want your team to
So for
be.
me, this is how I work. So I'm about, like Jim said, I'm about consistency. I like diamonds in the rough, and I'm cheap. Like I'll pick you up in the 8th round, and if you go off, like I'm good. Like okay, perfect example. Let's say we look at everybody's team in the league. If you have one stud, you're good. Like I'm good with one stud on my team. If you
Mhm.
have no studs, you might have a problem. But like you need at least one star. So I don't care if it's the defensive special teams, kicker, shout out to Ra, tight end. Like I'm about so I'll have no problem in the middle rounds picking up, tight end, a receiver. Like I said, Gibbs is getting a lot of hype, and
Yeah.
it gets me nervous because I'll
Yeah.
He's
pick him up, and then you may not know the next 2-3 weeks, so and so may go off. Then I
Yeah.
bench him. As soon as I bench him, he come up.
mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll never forget that time. I think it was the first year in our other league. Fucking Reggie picked up Alshon Jeffrey with like the last pick in the draft, and this dude went off that year. Like he carried Reggie to the finals.
Listen,
Like
man.
it was crazy.
Listen,
It was
I'm
crazy.
I'm from immigrant roots. I need to maximize my spending, sir. So you know what?
Basically, he wants the player who's the equivalent of a bag of rice and can just do everything in every meal.
You can put rice with beans, rice with
Just did
right.
everything. You good?
Exactly.
Yeah.
so
I mean,
how do you guys? I'm sorry
yeah,
again,
sorry.
Jim.
No, I was just saying, like roster construction for me, it's hard for me to say because I tend to like not really care about my drafts too much, and like,
Yes, we
and
know.
I usually my drafts usually look this is the funniest thing, right? Even in the other leagues,
Terrible.
even the years that I get to the finals and I get to whatever, like nobody wants any players on my team, right? But like,
Yep.
yet my players still going off all the time, and
Yo,
it's like okay, like
Jim.
and most of my stuff is from pickups, granted, and people are always like sketchy about trading for people that get picked up off the wire. But like, I'm like, if there's people, I'm like, yo, if you would have taken this trade, you probably would have either made the playoffs or won the chip.
To piggyback
Mm-hmm.
on that, Jim hit me up in this league last season. He was like, "Yo, I will give you CMC and someone else." My dumb ass said no. I didn't make the playoffs. I promise you. I don't know if I would have won the league. I would have won at least one playoff game. I'm ended up missing the playoffs. Like, yo, it's the luck of the draw. And Jim
Yeah,
came to me. He was like, "Yo, bro, I don't want CMC." I forgot who he wanted on my roster. But I'm like, "Yo." He was like, "Nah, if you
I'm
want
not
to,
afraid of a big trade.
thank you, thank you."
Interesting.
The
Interesting.
year I won the
Now,
chip in our other league, I got killed for the trade that I made, and that trade won me the league.
Yeah.
now,
Yeah.
Lau, how do you build up your roster? Like, what do you do or don't do?
Oh, man, I mean, not for
You know
nothing.
what?
It seems like
Okay, I'll put it a different way. Me, I like tight ends. Pause. Jim, like what position do you like to get you over the cusp?
So I don't, for me, I've always been partial to running backs just because
Okay.
I've been a big Barry Sanders fan. When I play Madden, I like running more than I like passing. So like I always want to find running backs like wherever I can. And like I hate to just double up and like pick two positions, but like you had like you said with the diamonds in the rough, I like wide receivers that nobody like thinks about and like just blows up. Like it's just like last year I had like Isaiah Hodgins like from
No,
from
what's
the
the dude? The
Giants.
dude from Green Bay,
I
Watson.
had Dobbs, I had Watson, I had both of those guys. They went off for
right.
me. Like I don't, I love those like dudes that like nobody knows about, but like they're just get like I mean, people just gotta you gotta pay attention to the stats. Like it's like okay, last year you had Deontay Johnson, right? This guy had zero touchdowns, but like but he was still like a PPR machine. Like
Yeah.
he was still
Yes.
getting the things. So like you take a chance on these dudes. So like my thing is just I'm looking for people who do the things that I like done in football and not I'm not usually a big name guy because like except for like if you're lucky enough to have the first pick, like I don't really care about that. My quarterbacks are like usually like not the quarterbacks that people want and all this stuff. So I like all the garbage players because then it makes me feel better that I feel like I'm smarter than everybody.
Okay, so Lau, saying that, like, what's your position? What's the position that you covet?
Uh, yo, not for nothing. I feel like I do pretty well with my running backs. I think my
Okay.
Achilles heel have been my wide receivers. I've always had issues with my wide receivers. I'll pick wide receivers and then they don't go off or they just have a slow start, and
And
I'm
then you
just
ready to
like,
delete your
man.
whole team. Yeah, I get
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm ready. I'm ready, and that's another thing. Like I've learned over the years a little bit more patience. Like I'm so ready to drop people.
Yeah.
I'm so ready to
son.
trade them. I'm so ready. Like
Yo,
I'm just like, yo, this team is not performing. By week 3, I need them to go.
remember
Everybody's got
that
to go.
year when Mike Gesicki like went off? I
Yeah.
drafted him, right? By week 2, I was like, fuck that. He's trash. Nothing. I proceeded to lose because someone picked him up. Same with Cortland Sutton.
Yeah.
Stephanie picked him up. I drafted him, right? It took me like 2 weeks. I dropped him. Stephanie picked him up. She up. I'm at the bottom. So definitely patience, yo.
Yeah,
Just
it's
yeah,
sorry.
Jim.
You go. No, I was just saying it's like you just never know with these guys. And like the thing is like what it all depends on the state of your team too. Because like if you can be patient, you should be
Right.
patient. Like if your team's winning, don't mess with it. Like if you think a guy was gonna go off, hold on to him. But like if you're in a situation where you need to win now and you think a guy might start blowing up like week 5, 6, or 7, but you're already losing, like you have to drop these guys sometimes and try to
hmm
find
hmm
something early. So
All right, so let's talk briefly, real quick, about our actual draft order in the league, in Laces Out League. So we got Ra at number 1. Um, who you
just
think
like
Ra's
Justin
taking?
Jefferson. He's taking Jefferson 100%.
Probably Jefferson. Probably
What's up,
Jefferson.
Ava?
Maybe a QB, maybe, but
So if I were to guess, and I feel like I'll probably drop this episode a little bit after,
oh yeah,
probably
word.
after we do the
Please,
draft.
please.
I'll probably drop. I'll try to drop it like so we're drafting tomorrow. I'll try to drop it on Tuesday, right? But I would say if I were betting, Rod's probably going to take Jefferson round 1, and then the turnaround when he has 24, 25. If like Mahomes, Hurts, Allen, or one of those quarterbacks, one of those like running quarterbacks, Lamar maybe, Rod's taking a quarterback with one of those picks.
I'm gonna say right now, Mahomes not gonna be there. Allen not gonna be there. More than likely, it's gonna be Lamar. So he's gonna have Jefferson and Lamar. You called it. You called it. Yeah.
Okay, so we got Fritz at number 2.
I don't really
Yeah.
so
You know what?
not
He
being in
may
this
pick
league.
Derrick
Yeah.
Henry. He may pick because he's a no, because he's a Titan fan,
That's
and
right, he is.
he may pick Derrick Henry. He may pick Derrick Henry.
Or
When
DeAndre Hopkins. You think he'll
do me
reach
a
for
favor,
DeAndre?
don't keep my word. Woo! Do me a Woosah. Just so y'all don't know, I'm a 49er fan. DeAndre Hopkins has been my favorite receiver since he's been in the league. If I could get, I don't care if he give me 0. The guy does not drop passes. He's a very sound receiver. He's one of my favorite players. I'm gonna try to draft him. And please drop this after the draft because there are trolls. There are trolls in this league.
Yeah.
Motherfucker.
Okay, we got
Stephanie will
Rob.
immediately pick him up.
Right?
We got Rob with the third pick. Who do you think he's picking first round?
Chase. You know what?
Yeah,
he may pick Wilson.
Chase and CMC.
Isn't he a Jet fan?
He is a Jet fan, but what?
I think he's picking up Tyreek Hill.
But that pick up Wilson. If you're gonna go AFC
Yeah,
East.
maybe. I don't know. I can see. So Tyreek Hill, like, it's weird. Like in mock drafts, he's been going like late first or whatever. But when I was in the draft yesterday, Tyreek went third.
Yeah,
I
people
can't
are
see
picking
myself picking him third. And I'm not saying he's a bum, but I don't see him at third.
Third.
I'm not.
I'm not picking him third.
I'll pick him late first round.
I think he's 107 to like 110 around there, ADP wise. This is just me.
For sure. No,
Okay.
You're right.
Reg is picking fourth pick. Reg, who you picking?
The San Francisco 49ers defense. Fuck it, baby. Either it's either them, Willie Beeman, or Shane Falco. Book it. Book it.
For Reg, it really depends on who's left over. Like
exactly. See, this is why I don't like the first pick because there's too much pressure in the first pick.
Yeah.
It's like if we're right, if you're right about like potentially Fritz like jumping to get somebody or even
I'll pick CMC at 4. I'll pick him at 4.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I think if CMC is there, he'll pick him 4. If Chase is there, he's picking 4. The guy after those two has been Eckler, but I don't see Reg picking Eckler.
Crazy? I don't think he's gonna ball this year. I don't think so
either. I mean, I just don't like Eckler. I think he's just like for me, it's like a ticking time bomb of waiting for him to do it.
You know who he reminds me of? Sproles.
Aaron Sproles.
Yeah.
He reminds me of Sproles, yo.
Yep.
So I don't think Reg picks Eckler for there.
If CMC is there, I'm picking him up.
I think he'll go to like whoever I don't remember what the rankings were for the rest of the paint. Let's see, hold on. I don't see Reg jumping for Kelsey.
No. I want Kelsey in my roster, but I'm not gonna like you said, slow and steady, bro. I'm consistent.
Honestly, with knowing Reg, I could see him going. I don't see him picking Chubb either. I could see Reg at that pick going either. My guess would be either Bijan, Diggs, or AJ Brown.
You know what? I've been in a couple of drafts, and Bijan is going high. I would pick up Bijan. I would.
I can see him picking up Bijan.
I would.
I'm glad we brought up his name because it's so much unknown, and he's going so high in ADP.
What was his draft in real life? Like 5th, right, or 4th? Like he went high.
Yeah, he was drafted early.
He was the only running back in the first round, right? Or no?
Gibbs got picked kind of early-ish too by the Lions.
Yeah, yes he did.
I don't know if it was the first round or if it was like second round, but
I think Bijan was the first back off the board.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he may have
the first back.
So was he like top 10 or like top 5? Because Atlanta was trash. No, they was trash. But yo, I remember watching.
Weird. You know they're listing Algier as the number 1 on the depth chart right now.
Let me tell you something. I've been drafting Patterson, right? And oh my gosh, someone's not gonna get no touches. That's all I know.
Yeah. Okay, so let's keep going. We got Walker at the number 5 pick.
He's picking he's picking Diggs.
He'll pick Diggs, definitely. Yeah.
Definitely Diggs.
That's probably gonna be his pick.
Yeah, Diggs.
Okay.
Bijan
Diggs or Allen.
I don't think Allen's gonna be there. I don't think he's gonna be there.
No,
you don't think Allen's gonna be?
No, I don't think Josh Allen's gonna be there.
At 5 or 6?
What's Walker? Walker's what pick?
He's the 5th pick.
5th pick?
You mean somebody's taking Josh Allen?
So what did we say? Who's first? Jefferson?
No.
So Jefferson.
Jefferson, Uh,
Whoever
Henry.
picks.
Henry. Rob's picking Garrett Wilson or
A receiver.
Chase.
Yeah, no, you know what? Josh Allen will be there. You're right. He'll probably pick Josh Allen. Yeah. No, you're right. My fault.
Okay.
By
Then you got
the way, before we start, Bijan was drafted 8th and Gibbs was drafted 12th.
Okay. Yeah. And the way Detroit talking, they're talking like they're gonna use Gibbs like he's Marshall Faulk. Like from what I've been reading and hearing, son, I haven't come out season. I'm nervous as hell.
So I actually think I think they're going to be a good 1-2 punch because I think basically Gibbs and is it
Johnson?
Montgomery?
David Montgomery.
Yeah, David
Montgomery.
Montgomery's here.
Okay. From Chicago, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So I think they're basically going to have that same like how they were using Swift and how they were using Jamal Williams.
Right.
So
Okay.
I think they're going to complement each other pretty well.
We got Nick at 6 spot. I have no idea. He's a wild card. I think he might go quarterback. He might go Mahomes.
That's not a bad pick though. At 6, it's not.
I mean, Mahomes had 5,000 yards last year with trash receivers.
And was it MVP? He was MVP, right?
Yeah, he was MVP. Yeah, so it's like I mean, he's gonna get his points. Kelsey's gonna get a crap load of yards. Sky Moore's gonna blow up.
Okay. Oh, yes. I'm glad you brought that up because there's been a lot of, I guess, talk or no talk about who is the wide receiver, and a lot of people are going in on Sky Moore, and I actually think it's going to be the opposite person. I think it's going to be Kadarius Toney.
No,
I think it's going to be
Tony's not
Toney.
they still got
healthy.
MVS.
I think Tony's the way to go.
I think Tony's trash.
This is just me.
I think
This
he's
is just
trash.
me.
I think he's trash.
So I'm actually high. I'm actually pretty high on Tony, especially in that offense. But yeah, I'm not even gonna say where I think Tony's gonna go, but I think he's gonna go so late that like people are gonna pick him up.
And he's hurt, right? Isn't he hurt?
He's always hurt, but those fast guys are always hurt. But like when he gets in, that like Mahomes doesn't have many people to throw to, so it's gonna be MVS, it's gonna be Sky Moore, it's gonna be Kadarius Toney, and then the dump offs to the running backs.
Mm-hmm.
So but the thing with Mahomes is that he's just such a he's playing pickup. So like you never know who's gonna get the ball. Like it's not like
it doesn't matter.
you know
You're gonna get points from Kelsey. You know you're gonna get points from Kelsey. That's a guarantee. Okay, we got me at the 7 spot.
At the 7, I see you picking at 7, probably. Again, I mean, this all depends on who's available.
7?
I can see you picking Hill. I can see you picking CeeDee Lamb.
If Kelsey's there, I think he might take Kelsey.
I can see him picking Kelsey. Kelsey.
Oh,
Maybe, I mean, we haven't talked about him, but I could see Lyle picking Nick Chubb.
That's a good pick, though. It's a very good pick.
That is a good pick at 7.
What's crazy? He's like the working man's running back. He don't talk. He's like Larry Fitzgerald. Like he'll go, he'll ball.
He just do his job.
He just do his job.
That's it.
And there's no more Hunt over there, so like he's like the dude now. Like.
Okay, we got Paul at the number 8, right behind me. Pause.
Hurts maybe Saquon.
What kind of fantasy?
Yeah, he's number 8.
Oh, but what kind of fantasy?
He's a Jet fan.
Oh, he's a Jet. Oh, so I can see.
Oh, he may pick Dalvin Cook.
He may
at the 8 spot, first round.
I can see him picking.
That's rough.
I don't think.
Or maybe A-Rod. Maybe A-Rod.
Nah, I don't think Wilson's gonna go that early. So I can see him jumping for Wilson at 8.
Yeah, I think so too. I think
Wilson's picking Wilson at 8.
Yep. Okay. We got Mark, the last year's champion, at 9.
That one I'll go probably. I would say probably Saquon or maybe Devonta Adams.
Devontae at 9 is not a bad pick at all.
Are you guys worried about are you worried about Adams at all?
I'm not.
I am.
I'm not.
I'm not worried about Adams because Garoppolo's serviceable enough to get him the ball. As long as Garoppolo is not hurt, he's serviceable enough to get him that ball. And like that's all you need. All he need because he runs crisp routes, he catches everything, he fights for the ball. So, as long as Garoppolo's there and he's not hurt,
As long as he's decentish.
yeah, he's gonna just keep throwing to him. I think it's gonna be like how when A-Rod was throwing to him. It's gonna be like 80% of the balls are gonna go to him.
Okay.
No
All right.
Waller either anymore.
We got Steph at 10. Who's she picking up?
Somebody from the Bills.
Josh Allen's not gone. She's taking Josh Allen.
Josh Allen. Yeah, Josh Allen. Who else would she pick?
Maybe Amon-Ra.
Hold on. I just realized something. Nobody mentioned Cooper Cup. He's
'Cause
been
he's
going like
hurt.
top 4.
But he's
Top
hurt,
6.
son.
Nah, he's out for
like 2-3 weeks.
Yeah, I don't want to throw anything out there, but basically what he re-injured, he might not really come back.
It sounds
until,
like a
week 6.
hamstring. Yeah, it sounds like a hamstring. Like it's an ankle, but it sounds like
Somebody's gonna grab Cup early, not thinking that his injury is that bad. I think he's not gonna have a Cooper Cup year. That's not a good injury for him to have.
I'll do you one further. For what I'm hearing, they talking about they may break up the Rams, but I'm gonna say this about the Rams. The Rams did it right. They went for broke. They won the chip. Now everybody's gone. They talking about they're gonna break up Cooper Cup, Stafford, and Aaron Donald. And Cooper Cup might be the first to go.
I'm hearing Stafford might go to Dallas.
I heard that.
Yep.
And there's gonna be a team that needs a receiver.
Taking all these quarterbacks.
Because Stafford is from there. He's from Dallas.
Word.
You know who I can see if Stafford's available? You know who's going to make a push for him? Belichick.
You know what? That would not be a bad look at all. He's experienced. He has an arm.
Mac Jones had to do it.
Mac Jones ain't it.
Yeah.
I don't know if Mac Jones is or isn't it, but I think if Mac Jones was behind somebody like a Stafford and could learn,
he'd learn more.
Okay. We got Mel at 11.
Mel's taking Saquon if he's there. I know it said Saquon for 3 people, but if Saquon's there, he's taking Saquon.
He loves Saquon, yo. And not for nothing.
Yeah.
Saquon is nice though.
Saquon's he's gonna get you points no matter what.
Yeah. And the fact that Jones can run so much really opens the game up for him too, because it frees him up. Like you have to worry about both guys running. So it's gonna. I mean, as long as they give him the ball, and he's technically playing for a contract. He only has a 1-year deal.
Right. Oh, last pick is on you, Jim.
So for me,
first round, Jim is picking.
Honestly, you know who's gonna be up, who's probably up there because his name hasn't.
Amon-Ra St. Brown is going to Jim in the 12th pick, and he's gonna pick him up.
I might have. Okay, I know we're only doing the first round, but in my turnaround, I might have my 2 guys again. I might go Amon-Ra Pollard.
Yep.
Yo, Jim likes Pollard, yo.
I love Pollard, bro. That dude is nice.
Not for nothing. That is a good 1-2 punch right there.
Yeah. I mean, it really all depends on how it goes ahead of me because there's other people that if they wind up dropping to me, I might take them. But we'll see. But okay, so since we're done with the first round, I do have a question. There's some obvious choices, but hopefully you don't take one of the obvious choices. So this year, I think more than any other year in football, there have been so many big changes with big name people going to other teams, right? Like, who do you think? I mean, aside from going too obvious, like Aaron Rodgers or whatever, like who do you think is gonna have the biggest impact on the new team and still put in work? And who do you think might be just done and that's why he's gone?
Lau, you go first.
I think Dalvin Cook is done.
Really?
I think he's gonna have a good 3 weeks. He's gonna run out of gas, and then what's name is gonna take over? Brees.
Oh, yeah.
You know what?
Honestly, if that happens, I think that's fine.
Yeah.
You know what I think is gonna have a big impact, but they're not gonna talk about it. The cat that went from Chicago to Detroit, Montgomery.
Yeah.
I think because he's a bruiser, and you need that in that division. I think
he's getting goal line carries for sure.
you know what? You know who else? Also, Jamal Williams to New Orleans.
You know who I'm interested in? I think he's gonna have a huge impact on that team. Calvin Ridley.
Yo, yes. He had a year off. He didn't get hit. He has very good hands. Yo,
Yes, he's a good receiver.
he's gonna bring
Good route runner.
He's gonna bring that receiver room up, bro. Yes.
And you know what? You know what? I'm just glad that Lyle said that because the last show of last season when we were talking about who's gonna have big impacts this year, Calvin Ridley and Bijan Robinson were my two of my people that I talked about. So like I'm really hyped for Calvin Ridley. I don't know where he's gonna go in the draft because he's
going usually ADP wise, I think like 208.
yeah. So he's been going. I've seen everything from like mid to late second round
Like
to up
fifth.
to like early third round. But like I don't know because it's like I don't know who's gonna. I mean, he theoretically should be the number one receiver over there.
He should.
Theoretically, right. Not for nothing, they do have a lot of targets to
And someone
on that
said
team.
he could be a candidate for a comeback. He's not going to win it, obviously. But they're saying he's going to put up numbers like that. Like
they're not giving him that.
They're not going to give it to him. They're going to give it to him. And it makes sense. I get it.
You betting on the league, bro. You're not getting that.
You're not.
Okay.
So I'm a little torn with my pick on who I think is going to blow up because there's somebody who I think is kind of obvious-ish, and then there's somebody who I'm very interested on his new squad. So the person that like instinctively I want to be like is going to have a great year this year is Darren Waller. Darren Waller as a Giant, I think is going to have a great year.
See, I'm on
They
the
don't have
cusp.
many receivers. Sterling Sharp is old. Another sleeper pick if you want it right now. That Hyatt kid, I think, is going to have a good year if he stays healthy. Their rookie wide receiver they got, he's big. He's got attitude. Like I think he's going to be a good player for them. If like you can grab him with like the last pick of your draft, like or on the waivers later because somebody got hurt. Like I think he's going to have a good year when he's getting the stats. But so instinctively, I want to say Darren Waller. But you know who's very, very interesting to me, even though he's aging? Brandon Cooks on the Dallas Cowboys is very interesting to me.
Yes.
Like, I think he could have a resurgent year with I know we make fun of Dak, but Dak throws the ball and Dak throws
Yes, he does.
like everywhere. So like Cooks is going to get opportunities because like who else is there? Like Gallup's not getting them. He didn't get them last year when he was like the number one. You know
what I don't understand with Cooks? This dude is nice, and he's always on someone else's team the next season.
Yeah.
He runs very good routes. He has hands. He can burn. But I don't. But yeah, that's a good look. But I've heard the Waller. The thing I'm shook about Waller is Jones. But Waller's nice. He's one of them pass catcher tight end. Like he's a bigger receiver, basically.
Yeah.
So Reg, you're saying real quick, you're not sold on Jones still.
I'm not. I'm really not. Like they paid him because they had to, because he finally decided to ball out. But I'm not sold on Jones. I'm not.
Okay. Go ahead, Jim. I'm sorry.
No, just saying like even bad quarterbacks usually throw pretty okay to tight ends. So that's
they don't run
thing,
precise routes. They're like around like drags, posts, or whatever, like whatever.
Like and but they're being guarded by like nobody. So
it's either a corner that's small or a linebacker that's slow.
It's been about we started at 8:15.
Okay.
So we could cut it out by 9.
Okay, cool. A couple of more questions. Who's your league MVP?
Ooh, that's a good one. I mean, I can see a scenario where it's going to be Aaron Rodgers.
Okay.
I can definitely see a scenario where it's going to be because I don't think people like giving it to 2 years in a row. So even if Mahomes balls out, I don't think he's going to get it. I think Josh Allen and the Bills are going to have a good year, but I think they're going to have a step back. Wait, was it Mahomes last year? Or did they give it to Hurts?
No, they gave it to Mahomes because remember Hurts was hurt.
Oh yeah, Hurts got hurt. Yeah. So And so you want to hear something funny? During the off season, they had betters things of the odds for people to win MVP, right?
Right.
And supposedly Justin Jefferson is the best receiver in the league. The odds for Justin Jefferson to win MVP were worse than the odds for Matt Ryan win MVP, and Matt Ryan's not on an NFL team. That's how hard it is for a receiver to win
Receivers to
MVP
win. Yeah,
in the
exactly.
Yeah,
NFL.
Because the
They don't give
QB
it to
throwing to
receivers.
him, the QB
So
throwing to him.
yeah, you're basically picking a quarterback or maybe a running back, and the only running back that I think you could really pick, like this, I mean, like I don't even know if there's anybody this year. I mean, CMC maybe, but I doubt it.
Mm.
Um,
So who's your pick, Reg, for
I'm gonna
MVP
give
this
you
year?
two. I'm gonna give you Jalen Hurts and Sunshine, Trevor Lawrence.
oh, Trevor Lawrence is good. I think he's gonna have a good year.
He's gonna get votes.
Interesting.
He's definitely gonna get votes.
I'm going with the two Pete. I'm going Patrick Mahomes this year.
That's not a bad
His
choice.
his receivers stink.
Are trash.
Um,
Yeah, for sure.
If he wins another Super Bowl or even gets them even close, come on, you got to give it to that guy again.
Fair. That's fair.
All right. Offensive Rookie of the Year.
Bijan. By default.
So yeah, so also, since I think Aaron Rodgers is gonna win MVP, that means that Garrett Wilson is gonna be the offensive player of the year.
Offensive Rookie.
Oh, offensive rookie of the year.
Gotta be Bijan. Gotta be Bijan.
Oh, that's a good one. I don't think it's gonna be Bijan. I think
I'm gonna tell you who I'm going with. I'm going
Okay.
Zay Flowers.
that's not a bad pick.
Not a
I
bad
like
pick.
that. I like
Yo,
that.
is he's a slot guy, right?
Yes.
Okay. The Hollywood Brown. What Hollywood Brown was supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
Got you. That's fair.
Hmm.
That's
All right, I got you. This is a guy that I've been a little like happy on this year, right? Because I don't want to just
Okay,
go
listen.
Bijan because I think Bijan is like the guy. I'm going Jackson Smith in Jigba.
And
The wide
Jigba,
receiver.
yes.
Yes, the wide receiver from
Okay.
Seattle.
Okay.
Gino, I think he's gonna wind up getting a lot of stuff from Gino because I feel like either Lockett or DK is gonna get hurt at some point, and then he's gonna be the two.
Well, I'm gonna tell you right now, Lockett doesn't get hurt like that because he's always falling on the floor before he gets hit. Always.
He's actually smart. He know what he's doing.
He's always falling on the floor. And just to throw it out there, I think Lockett is a very good pickup in those later rounds. I hate to, I don't want to put too much out there. I'm just saying,
Yeah.
Oh, but
very
he's
good
sure
pickup
he's,
in the later
he's solid.
rounds.
He's solid.
Reg, did you pick yours?
I said
you said
Bijan.
Bijan.
I said Bijan.
Okay. And Jim, you was talking about just offensive player of the year. You're going Garrett Wilson.
Yeah, offensive player of the year, I think it's gonna be Garrett Wilson.
Interesting.
Who you going, Lau?
Jet sweep.
Offensive player of the year. I think. Oh man, I don't.
I know who I'm picking.
Yeah, I don't got it. I don't know. I need to think.
I'm going CMC, man. CMC, man. Why not, yo? Why not, yo?
Oh man, you guys picked those kind of
Howell.
easily.
Pick Howell. Howell.
Oh man.
Pick your boy Richie.
I got no pick. I can't think of no
I'm gonna have to drop the Jeopardy music in right there.
TBD.
Yeah.
TBD,
Yo,
alright. Next
I
episode.
have another name for you. Episode 2.
Got it.
You got the music?
He gonna find it. He gonna find it.
No, I can't drop it while we're on the thing. I'll have to insert it
I
later.
can't wait for this edit. I can't wait.
I think this one's gonna be a little light just because I want to get it out by Tuesday morning, but
Right.
Facts.
we're good.
Okay, so I just want to thank everybody. I want to thank my co-host Reg, Jim, once again. Laces Out Podcast Season 2, Episode 1.
We back.
We are back. Can't wait to have you guys as guests. So look forward to that text or phone call. Really appreciate all you guys coming back to the league.
Got it.
And We will speak to you soon. Laces out. Peace.
Yes, sir.
Wait, before you stop it,
Oh,
right? Before you stop, I just
okay.
got one more thing. Rumor mill thing before we leave is that the Jets might be going for Mike Evans.
Mike Evans and Garrett Wilson in the same field?
Yes.
I
There's a rumor that
might have to change my draft strategy now.
that's the new rumor mill. It might take a couple of weeks for it to happen, but that's the Jets are supposedly interested in trading for him.
Wow.
Excellent.
So,
On that note,
What do you
on that
know?
note, Laces out.
and out.
Peace.
Laces out.
The Shakespeare of 16s, dipping my ink pen. Made a sculpture of me, but my dick was too thin. Paint pictures of me, but they never get my chin. One writing scriptures, bringing tears to the princess. Every time I indent, you can see the intent. Leave your mind bent, hanging on to every sentence. Have no apprentice, style uninherited. Laughing at you peasants, cause my penmanship is excellence. Whenever